Hello, morning. Today we're going to start the healing love. I tell you, I'm teaching this so many years, and this is one of the best practice humans should learn. Everybody should learn. This sexual energy is one of the most powerful creating power that we have because it's creating everything for us. ว่าไง ไม่มีเสียง Hello 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 Okay Hello Yeah, okay. So the sexual energy is one of the most powerful creating power that everybody have. Because it's creating us. And once you learn how to transform this, harvest this tremendous power that we have to creating a baby, and we have so much power within there. And when you don't want baby, you can transform them into healing power. And the spiritual power. So the Tao very concerned about this sexual energy. So you're going to learn this 2 days. So the first part, we're going to touch them all because it's all, every time you transform sexual energy, it's always touching all. We come from physical sex to soul sex and spiritual sex. So there's the physical sex, you can have a lot of energy for healing. And build up and give us a lot of energy. And the mind power and manifestation power. In the olden time, the Tao referred this when it showed the people how to transform the sexual energy. So they say, allow one to delete the name in the book of death and rewrite the name in the book of life. We call a heavenly way. So the same thing is the sexual energy flow downhill, and if we turning the wheel and draw the energy upward and higher and go up higher into the universe. So we say transforming the sexual energy back into life force. So this is about 3,000 years old picture. So you see that in that time, there are so much involved with the physical energy transformation. So you draw the sexual energy pass to the fire and it's changed to steam, Chi. And when it condenses and it turns into like rain, what we call the pure energy, and coming back to feed us. So The whole key is that when we can focus our mind in one place, like the sun, when we have magnificent glass shine on the paper, it make fire. And that's what we say, the fire that can be transformed energy. So what we're going to learn, a very simple part we call sun shining on the water. So when we understand the sun shining on the water can change in the property from the ice into water and water to gas. So once you get it, all you learn is holding the Dantian fire and sun shining into the sexual organ. And that's all. And because everything are linked into this path, into this Dantian fire and sun shining on the sexual organ. So we're going to learn the first part is we're going to divide them into their different zone. Okay. So we're going to work on the pelvic floor. This pelvic floor is holding, is like our floor that we step on. So if the floor are weak, all the energy will leak out. So when we learn how, so the whole practice is so much emphasized in pulling the pelvic floor upward, drawing the pelvic floor upward. So we're going to go into this pelvic floor. So we do that in the basic. When you learn the basic. So this 4 diaphragm is a key of the work. So the thoracic diaphragm is the major part for our breathing. And the pelvic diaphragm always activated by the thoracic diaphragm. So when we aware the diaphragm breathing, the pelvic diaphragm activates. And the cranial will be activated. So when the so all this and so all these 4 diaphragm, when they activate, you're creating a suction to draw the energy up, to draw the sexual energy up. So we're going to work on a lot of pelvic floor. Now the West already know this very well now, and it's very big in the West now. They become big school and a big practice on all this. So we have the pubic urogenital diaphragm of man and woman. Because the pubic floor in the Tao we call a chi muscle. The whole key is that when in our life, eventually, because we're overweight, too much fat in the body, so it keep on sucking down and pressing all the chi out of the organ. And also this muscle, the chi muscle, or also in the West now understand is called love muscle. But if we cannot draw the organ upward, because its organ have a sac, and every sac, if you bring chi in, it can lighter. And when all the organ run out of chi, is set down to the sexual organ, and the pubic floor are weak, and energy leak out. And the key is the pubic floor and the thoracic diaphragm have to work as a team. So we're going to start with the first zone. First and second zone. And it's quite simple because like usually the anus, we call the sphincter. The anus sphincter is contract, okay? Like it close, and when you have the second zone is called the anus sphincter that pull upward. It lift up the anus upward. And in this one, most people very easy to do it, and that now more and more the West, the West now, they really rush into this kind of all the esoteric part now. They have many things, many schools talking about this, but the whole key is still how to guide the energy. Now, actually, we divide the whole pubic floor, the whole sexual organ, perineum, anus, into 5 regions. And the second zone is involved with the whole. The second zone involved with the the second zone. So the third zone involved with the contracting the whole urine muscle and lift up the whole sexual organ. Okay, lift up the sexual organ, not the anus. So for men, you actually pull up the whole sexual organ upward, and you learn how to find the contracting of the urine muscle to stop the urine, and you feel that muscle, you need to train. And the fourth zone is very similar. We call the, now we separate out the testicle and ovarian breathing. And men started to learn how to breathe and pull up the testicle and breathing into the testicle. Ladies started to learn how to breathe in the ovary and contract and breathe in and contracting the uterus. This is very important because this is really, you're going to get so much energy back into all these sexual organ. All the problem we have now is that we don't do anything, but the sexual organ being when the organ no chi, it all set down and press on the sexual organ. Lady, a lot of suppressing the uterus and ovary. They cannot breathe, and no blood, no oxygen, no nutrition, no army in there. So now we're going to get trouble. Man, the prostate gland, all the upper organ all press on the prostate gland. And so the prostate gland have no, it's just so much compressed on it. And all the blood, all the oxygen, all the nutrition, all the army cannot go there. Now, when we learn how to lift up the pelvic floor and the thoracic and the energy line, and later on we're going to work on the organ, you started to lift up the organ. And the fifth zone is the $1 million point. And also known as the gate of life and death. That is, in the Tao, we call Hui Yin, a very special point that more closer to the anus, not right in the middle of the perineum. For men, when we contract this point, you actually is the same line with the crown. It's a one middle line coming down. And and this point also passed to a male G spot. We call the prostate gland closer to the anus area. And usually we can reach from the anus by the finger like that, you know. Lady, when you contract the $1 million point, it goes right up into the cervix area we call the uterus orgasm. Because the uterus orgasm is the last orgasm that we're going to talk about. We have 3 orgasms for women and multi-orgasm for men. So this is the 5 region we're going to learn now, because they're very close. They're not too, the area is not big. So we have to separate them out, because this energy is like light go up to the head. So let's stand up. So I guide you through very quick so you know the area, and we're going to go to detail. So the first one we call the anus. And so when you contract, you close the anus, you see, you squeeze on the anus. And you pull upward, and you contract and pull up, lift up the anus, lift up. So now we know that this anus muscle need to train. And the down known as a chi muscle. Because this chi muscle will be bring the energy from the coccyx sacrum and up the spinal cord, up into the brain. We're going to use this a lot because the pineal gland is the so is like a sex gland for the opposite sex gland. So for women, a female sexual organ but the pineal gland act like a male sexual organ. So when we draw the energy up to the head and it go up into the brain, it hit into the pineal gland. And it's activate a bliss, so that a lot of people talk about they feel bliss and ecstasy. In the Tao, we call a love vibration. That means arousal, orgasm combined together become a love vibration. Now, man, the male sexual organ in the male sexual organ, men have male sexual organ, and the brain pineal gland is act like a female sexual organ. So when we get the energy, when we get the sexual energy rises up and hit in and combine with the pineal gland, it creating energy we call the bliss or ecstasy part. And the Tao refer this one as we call the return the sexual energy to revitalize the brain. So that is a major practice. So everyone, they have one channel. So in the zone one, that is a major part. You're going to feel the sexual energy being drawn them upward. Okay, so let's do that. And this part very easy, but we have to activate the sexual energy also. But now we go to the 5 zone first. So let's shake. For men, shake your men and shake the testicle and shake your pubic area loose. Woman, so shake it loose. So shake, 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 shake. So men, loosen your testicle. Don't wear tight clothes because you need to shake the testicle. The lady, later on we're going to talk about the breast. It's very important. Shaking the breast loose. So for lady, hold the breast and shake it. And we always talk about, always shake it loose, okay? Men, because we sit too much on the chair, and the testicle sometimes are blocked. Lady, the same. When we sit too long, all the upper, and we don't move, all the upper part organ are suppressed down to the lower center. So aware your testicle, ovary, the vagina area, shake it loose. And women also hold your breath, because when you shake, your breast is shaking. Okay. And it's very good to talk to the breast to go upward, don't go down. So the lady hold the breast and say up, 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 up. Tell the breast to go upward, okay? Okay. And so you shake it loose. Man, shake, 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 shake. Your hand have to get loose also. You need the lower region loose and relax and focus. Rest and feel your energy flow in the sexual organ. You know, very important, because this part